Hello, it's Father Samuel in Chicago with a word of hope for Monday in the 16th week in Ordinary Time. Well, today's first reading from Micah follows off of what I had to say yesterday, commenting on Paul's letter to the Colossians and the role of suffering in imaging the body of Christ here and now. We have this really beautiful back and forth between God and the people Israel through the prophet Micah. God recounts for them all that he has done. "O my people, what have I done to you, or how have I wearied you? Answer me. For I brought you up from the land of Egypt, from the place of slavery I released you. I sent before you Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. Remember my goodness," in other words, he's telling the people. "Have I done anything bad to you?" The answer is no. And Israel seems to be aware of this. They're called back to goodness. And so they respond with, "What shall I come before the Lord and bow before God the Most High? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves a year old? Will the Lord be pleased with thousands of rams, with myriad streams of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my crime, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul?" The initial response is, well, maybe I should do more. Maybe I should pour everything into this, add sacrifice on top of sacrifice, add prayer on top of prayer. But God reminds them to just keep it simple. "You have been told, O man, what is good, and what the Lord requires of you, only to do the right, and to love goodness, and to walk humbly with your God." How often in our own lives, in our good desire to please God, do we take on more than we can possibly handle? How often do we approach God with trying to just, if I do more, maybe then I'll gain my salvation. Or if I do more, and I deserve all this pain and suffering, so I'm going to take it on myself. When in reality, we know what we're supposed to do. To keep things simple. To do the right. To act morally good. To give God what is his due, especially in our praise and our worship of him. To love goodness. Well, we can talk about goodness as a person. We can talk about goodness as God. We can talk about goodness in relationship, in love, and all good things here on earth. We can talk about goodness as it exists in the good things of this earth. And to walk humbly with your God. To know our place as children of God, and not those in control. A life lived with intentionality, holiness sought in intentionality, is often much more fruitful than a life filled with practices or things or sacrifices. So today, let's keep it simple. Acknowledging who God is, walking rightly, giving thanks for his goodness, and walking humbly with him. God bless you.